normal standing point. It's like right here. I'm gonna lean. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the event. This microphone is not good. I'm not gonna be using it. All right. Welcome to the RCC. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Really, it means a lot to us. My name is Logan Johnston.
I'm Luciano Boniface.
And also, thank you to everybody watching on the live stream. Hello, everybody. And that kind of brings me into this. Please be aware that we are doing a live streamed event, so there are viewers attending from all over the globe, which means you might be on film. If you don't want to be on film, like, please take this moment now to leave. But again, it's the back of your heads, like, you're probably not going to be seen. However, I just wanted to make sure you guys were all aware of that. And then, yeah. Quick.
I don't know if I'll use this or not.
Quick table of contents,
yeah.
that's what we're talking about.
I don't know if I'll use this or not.
First you have a quick table of contents, that's what we're talking about.
I don't know if I'll use this or not.
First you have a quick table of contents, that's what we're talking about. First you have a quick table of contents, 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 first you have a quick table of contents,
before anything, this is going to take a bit less button. Before anything, this is going to take a bit less button. Before anything, this is going to take a bit less button. Before anything, this is going to take a bit less button. Before anything, this is going to take a bit less button. Before anything, this is going to take a bit less button. Before anything, so I'm going to take a bit less button. Before anything, so I'm going to take a bit less button. Our videographer, who did a ton of the BTS. He's my go. Like, I thank you so much, Rory. I want to thank Elliot as well. I want to thank Elliot for doing all the costumes, and Elliot did a ton of the prop work on the TV head. The TV, which I know was quite the process to get done, and Elliot, such a trooper, got done. I love it so much. Thank you so much, Elliot. I want to thank Jen and Slater, actor and actress, for doing the music video. Sometimes my directions, I'll be honest, I'm a little unclear, and they really just went through with it. And I asked Slater to crawl on the ground, run through snow, fall down a hill, and he was just like, yeah, I got that. So thank you guys so much. Seriously, I couldn't have done it. I want to thank Remy for doing a ton of the lighting grip on set. That was just a ton of help. Like, I really couldn't have done that without them. And then that also goes into Matthew, who also did a ton of lighting. Who's also running the live stream. Let's go, Matthew! And then I also want to thank Vic for doing the cinematography for the music video and a lot of the photography for the promo stuff. They were so much fun to work with. I loved every second of working with them. It was, yeah, honestly, like, best cinematographer. If you got a creative project, like, take note of these names. Like, actually, you stand up. Everyone that I named, stand up, please, because you guys, stand up. Stand up. Stand. Look around. If you're a creative person.
We'll get that back up. The next thing we want to talk about is the
Camera went to sleep.
Very, very important. Everything that you're going to see here was funded by them. This organization, institutional support. We cannot have done a single thing without the financial backing, but also just
the help from the upper years, essentially, right? And specifically, we also want to thank Vasavi. If everyone could give a quick round of applause to Vasavi. So, sorry. President of the SES now, but your initial consultation with us was incredible. Thank you so much for the help. You, I mean, hold on. I guess you won the election, so you're gonna be, but still. Your initial consultation, you're helping us with getting the pitch set up. We got the funding, thanks to you, and it was just incredible. Thank you.
Thank you, Vasavi.
And then we also want to thank TMU. So TMU Housing, they set up an LLC for us, Live and Learning Community. That's where we met probably half or more of the people on this group. We all met through that. So it's just a fantastic setup for them to have done. And we also want to thank Sophia, our RA. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia.
Facilitated a lot of us just meeting each other for the first time. It's a little nervous. I mean, like just getting to know people and just starting out school, right? So we also want to thank Pittman staff. So I saw somebody just come in. Bryce, thank you so much. If you want to wave your hand here. So
My man.
Pittman staff, they do all the work so we can go to schools. We don't have to think about other things essentially. We can focus on our creative stuff like this. So it's an incredible help for them to be doing that, and also they're showing up, so I really appreciate that. And finally, friends and family. So I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Vincenzo, who showed up here. My friend Sam, hello. My Aunt Trisha, my nanny, Nonna and Nonno, and all my wonderful friends in Toronto who I have met here. Thank you so much. And my friends in Vancouver. There's just like a lot of support went into this, so thank you.
I also want to thank my mom and my sister, who are amazing, and I also want to thank my dad, whose birthday it is today. So happy birthday, Dad!
Happy birthday!
I love you. You're awesome. And also the newest addition to the Johnston family, our newest puppy, Archie. So thank you, Archie. Okay, Squawk Productions. So if you give me a moment here to explain what this is. So Squawk Productions basically started 3 years ago when I got really, really fed up with the state of movies, and I wanted to make a studio to bring a bunch of indie creators together and have them all collaborate and make really cool stuff, like what you're about to see. But due to restrictions beyond my control, I couldn't do it until very recently when I moved here to Toronto, and I met everybody in the Live and Learning community, everybody outside of it, and eventually Luciano came up to me, asked, what if we made a music video? And I was like, let's do it. And that became the first production for Squawk. And this is an open invitation. Squawk is not my YouTube channel. It's a channel that I want for everybody. So if you're creative, you want to get involved in a project, you have a cool idea, you want to go out, like it can be anything, theater, building props, something like that. Get involved, send me a message, you have anything cool, or you want to collaborate with a project. This is a place where you can meet a ton of indie creators. I'm hoping to launch like a Discord server or something in the future, so that'll be really cool. But yeah, if you would consider subscribing, however, you do not have to, but if you would consider it, that would be incredible, because then we can keep doing more events like this in the future, and we'll be able to give more stuff away. By the way, if you didn't get a tote bag, let us know, because we have a limited amount to give out, and it comes with free goodies inside, so let us know. Your turn.
Thank you, Logan. So, I want to give a little context about Echo the Screen, the artist behind the song. So, to understand Echo, you kind of have to understand where I came from. Before getting into TMU, my path was pretty rocky. I had recreationally done music, so a lot of extracurricular stuff all throughout elementary school and high school, but I ended up pursuing engineering, of all things, right? Oh, hello. So, I chose the path that was more realistic rather than what I was passionate about. Not due to a lack of support, or a lack of self-confidence and vision. So it took 2 years for me to figure out that I didn't like it, and I spent another year at UBC trying out general arts, anthropology, trying to be somebody that I wasn't. Now, when I finally dropped out, I spent years floundering. I was working part-time, struggling with ADHD, mental health, all that stuff. So it took a while for me to get my life back in order, essentially. But very recently, I decided I need to reinvent myself. I came to TMU, professional music program, got to meet so many amazing people, some pro music people in the crowd right now, appreciate that. And I essentially just restarted. It's a pretty scary thing to do. I was 24, and all my friends had already graduated and have salaried positions, essentially. They're all making money. So starting your life over, living on residence is kind of crazy when you're unk, I guess. So this is where Echo the Screen came from. artist character that I created. I work with other people as well. We all collaborate essentially. Some people don't want their face shown, but essentially my alter ego, someone that I represents what I want to be rather than who I am now. So whenever I start to doubt myself, I know Echo can step in, pick up the slack, and get the job done. So with all that garbage out of the way, this is the part where I plug my own Spotify and socials. If you feel like following me, go ahead. But yeah, and we'll move on. Nice.
This is really hot. Oh my goodness.
I'll just wait for it. Yeah. So briefly, project origins. We already talked about it, but we met at the LLC. But essentially, Society of the Creative School. I saw an Instagram story. It's not actually this post. I'm glad they posted, but I saw an Instagram story ages ago, 3 days before the deadline of actually submitting stuff. So what we want to stress, and I'll get into it a bit more later on, but it seems daunting at first, trying to like submit for money, pitch, all this kind of stuff, but it's really, really simple. If you just, there's a couple forms in the beginning, you have your consultation, you do your pitch, and that's all it is. And this kind of stuff, when you have funding and when you're working with other people in a project as big as this, there's so many other people who like can't be here essentially, right? But it's just, it mirrors industry workflows, but realistically, you're making a ton of memories, you're learning a bunch of skills, and it's just, it's so much fun. Like, you're never gonna forget the kind of stuff that you do on a project like this. So I highly, highly recommend that if you are interested, creative school people, or you have somebody in the creative school that you wanna work on something with, this kind of thing can change your life. Like, we've learned so much over the past term that I never, ever would have done just because we wanted to host a live event, right? I've just never done something like this. So yeah.
All right. Now that with that out of the way, let me struggle with the lights. Please work. Yes. Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Nice.
It's time. So if you will bear with me for a moment, we don't know how good the Wi-Fi is in here, so let me just. Hopefully get it pulled up. Otherwise, we do have the backup, but we want the higher quality version. So the backup, but hopefully it doesn't. Oh, it started happening. Oh, spoilers! Spoilers! Avert your eyes. Keep going.
It always started with a no. It always started with a no. Never shut off until you're blowing your phone. If time is money, then I need alone. Need alone, cause misery goes, misery stays. I don't wanna know the day you ran away. Misery goes, misery stays. Everybody needs a little company. Love me when you need me, but you throw it all behind. And I don't know if I could ever learn to turn and read the signs. Cause I was a monster till you, Dr. Frankenstein. You ran away, you ran away. Love me when you need me, but you throw it all behind. And I don't know if I could ever learn to turn and read the signs. Cause I was a monster till you, Dr. Frankenstein. You ran away. I know I ought to let it go. I turn around, but then you're on my pillow until you're trashing up my home. If you're the gold, then I need a new rainbow, a new rain. Cause misery goes, misery stays. I don't wanna know the day you ran away. Misery goes, misery stays. Everybody needs a little company. Love me when you need me, but you throw it all behind. And I don't know if I could ever learn to turn and read the signs. Cause I was a monster till you, Dr. Frankenstein. You ran away, you ran away. Love me when you need me, but you throw it all behind. And I don't know if I could ever learn to turn and read the signs. Cause I was a monster till you, Dr. Frankenstein. You ran away, you ran away. Say you love me so, pretend that I'm the only one. You know you're here, but now you're looking at the door. Can't help but think we've done this all before. Say you love me so, pretend that I'm the only one. You know you're here, but now you're looking far behind and I don't know if I could ever learn to turn and read the signs. Guess I was supposed to tell you, Dr. Frankenstein, you ran away. You ran away. Oh, you ran away. You ran away. You ran away.
All right. I hope you guys liked that. Uno momento. There we go. Okay.
So, now we're on to the latter half of this. I know a lot of people were interested in Society of the Critics for Fun.
What the frick? Man. Book a trip to Paris now. Book a trip to the RCC 204 to attend the Frankenstein music video premiere.
Exactly.
That's what you want.
So, Society of the Creative School, we put the QR code here. We're going to kind of walk through exactly how you get to the funding part. It's an awesome website. There's a ton of information here, essentially, but it can be a little overwhelming at first if you want to be, like, getting funding yourself. So, if you want to scan the QR code, if you're interested in getting funding in the future, I would do that now, but if not, we'll go next.
All good?
Yep. So, when you go onto the website, you'll see a services section. You go right to finance. Finance, you go to the funding process. You have to scroll down a little bit. Then we did a student project. Student projects can go up to $10,000. We got $5,000 for our project, which is pretty fun. And then you can see here the funding process. We can go more in depth later on, but you apply, you consult, pitch, you do the actual project, and you get your reimbursement. So right now we're in the reimbursement phase. But something like this, like I said, it can seem like a lot, like on the website, because there's just like a lot of information there, but it is rather simple. If you want money for your projects, or if you want funding for like anything, doesn't have to be music related. You can do something for fashion, you can do something for RTA, anything like that, right? This is where you go. This is an example of the two things that we handed in at first. You just do a written proposal, and then you do like just a basic budget. So that's not our actual budget. That's just the template they give you.
No, we budgeted for it.
But
I just want to make sure.
we just wrote a bunch of stuff, and then you essentially just say what money you want where, and then you actually do the pitch later on. But it's really simple just to get started. That's the main thing that we want to get across. Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to open up to Q&A if anyone has any questions. Now's the time to offer them.
Yeah. And Vasily, if you'd like to come to the stage if people have questions for you. Same with Steph.
If you want to come up. I will, however,
What was the volume on that one?
okay.
We don't have that music yet. Yusuf?
I have a question. What do you feel like worked best when you were making your pitch? What do you think in your pitch was the
What do we
struggle
think-
that sold them?
What do we think worked best for our pitch? So I'm just going to repeat the questions loud so that the live stream can
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah.
Or what do you think like in your pitch sold them?
That's a great question.
Vasily,
You want to come
what
on
was
stage?
so good about us, Vasily?
Yeah, hi guys, my name is Vasily. I'm currently on Society of the Creative School, and next year I'll be president on Society of the Creative School. Yeah, I remember when I first did your guys' consultation, I was just really wowed by the project as a whole, and I think the concept was really creative. If someone were to pitch to our board and everything, it is a board decision, so I can only speak on what I personally think makes a good project, but something that's really innovative, something that's creative, and something that goes beyond the boundaries of what a project can look like. So in terms of EI and accessibility, in terms of making sure that you are actually implementing academic and professional growth. Our three pillars are academic, professional, and collaborative. So ensuring that your project meets all those to the highest possible point is something that we really take into consideration.
So we just essentially followed the rubric which was given to us, essentially those pillars plus something else. You actually get a score afterwards, so we got highest score, I believe, in the professional development part, because we tried to link it a lot to what people could learn, right? We were taking stuff from in class. I mean, the lyric video that Steph was working on was direct from, actually, you could say.
Analog film, so this was actually filmed on 16mm using the school Bolexes that we have available to film students. I am a film student.
So all year we've been working with analog film, and I decided why not use that experience to do something outside of school and my own creative project.
Exactly, and then also having people like Elliot with our costuming. Elliot's in the fashion program, so you can kind of see we took direct things and just tried to make it an environment where a bunch of people from different faculties were all comfortable working together and trying to create something bigger than themselves. So
Yeah, so if you have like different people from different programs, it's not just like a one-man show, right? Collaboration is key because that's kind of what they like to see. They like to see everybody coming together and working on stuff. So I guess, yeah, the biggest piece of advice is not a one-man show, like get people involved, hope like, especially from like if it's outside of your program as well, that also helps a lot, and within the creative school. But I hope that answered your question.
It did, thank you.
Sweet, sweet. Any other questions? Yeah.
What are your guys' best memories, your favorite memory from working on this project?
What a great question.
You don't have to include me. I'm just assuming.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that anyway. I'm just good question.
you going already? I actually do have one. I thought it was pretty funny. There was one shot in the video with the arcade when they're shooting the guns. I was below, so Jen had to drop the gun off, and we didn't want to damage the material like in the arcade, so I was just lying down on the ground, and we did like, I don't know, like 5, 6 different times, and just dropping the gun on me each time was pretty funny, and I got a bunch of videos.
I have a great picture of it too on
Hey.
my phone.
Yeah. There will also be a detailed behind the scenes video coming out. Hopefully mid-May is the goal right now. So we'll also have that. But I guess like my favorite memory, honestly, like the entire thing was a really, really fun experience. If I had to choose, I'd probably say at the very end there when you see him running through the snow, there was a big hill to get down there, and I had to carry the screen to get down there, and I broke the TV, which is why it is still not since recovered. Sorry, Elliot. That was my bad. That was probably the most fun I had.
Yeah. What do you say?
Oh, well, I was only on the music video shooting for one day, but that day, Elliot and I went to go get pizza for the group. It was a really fun trip, so.
That's actually a good point you bring up. When you do your budget, have food in there because, and transportation. Transportation and food is a really big one you want because it gets pretty expensive. And if you're hauling equipment out, like you need to get an Uber, Uber costs add up. So make sure you add a good chunk of your budget towards food and transportation. Any other questions?
Actually, yeah, what's that?
Sure.
I was shocked with how you did the VFX for when she picked up the flower.
Mhm.
Like, how did you guys do that?
The VFX for the flower. The VFX for the flower is actually the exact same for the entire music video. If you're familiar with the term rotoscoping, where basically you cut something out digitally, it's basically just a lot of rotoscoping. There was 30 VFX shots total. Some VFX shots having multiple sections need to be rotoscoped because when you have someone standing in front of like one of the portals, for example, you have to rotoscope out the portal itself, then you have to rotoscope out the person standing in front of it, and then if they walk through it, you then have to animate that rotoscope. So it is a very long process and not one that I gave myself enough time to do. So if you're going to get into VFX, make sure you give yourself like more than enough time to do something because there was quite a few all-nighters with this project. But that's basically how it's done. It's hard to describe like with words, but I would recommend like if you want to get into VFX, After Effects is really good. Like, well, I have my beef with After Effects. However, it comes free with the school, so I will allow it for now. However, DaVinci Resolve is looking. DaVinci Resolve looking a little better every day, so I'll probably be switching to that. But After Effects is free. It is beginner friendly for some things like rotoscoping. Like you could do these VFX. You just add a glitch effect over it, and it kind of comes together. But thank you for your question.
How did you guys figure out like what kind of story you wanted to tell with the video?
Ooh, good question. So, quick discussion from the beginning. We had, the song itself tells like its own story when you listen to the lyrics and things, obviously. But Logan and I initially talked about it, and the kind of process that I go with whenever I work with somebody else in a collaborative sense, I like to make sure that people have the most freedom they want to work with things. So when we came up with the idea of making a music video at all, I was like, Logan, like, listen to the song, whatever comes up in your head, let's just go with that.
Bro, I don't know. I was back and forth on the story for a long time, but I think I finally landed on one that's honestly pretty, like, cuts pretty deep home. Like, I thought about the music video as a warning story. right? Because he's, you know, he gets obsessed, right? And he keeps chasing and chasing, but ultimately she's not there anymore, but he's chasing a never-ending story, basically. And it's pretty personal to me, right? Like, I feel like I've been through that. I feel like other people can relate to going through that. And if I can, like, say one thing, it's don't become an echo in the screen. That was kind of the message I was trying to get across with it. I don't know if it landed. I hope it did, but who knows?
Yeah, and you made a fantastic storyboard. We'll post that later, but you should see. It was like, when you
Yeah.
first showed that to me, it was so, oh my god. Hand drawn, right?
Yeah. What's up, Matthew?
Oh, there's just a question from chat.
Oh, nice.
Sweet.
Amanda is wondering, what was the process / inspiration behind planning the music video?
Yeah, so planning the music video, we kind of just touched on it briefly, but there exists an entire cut of this music video that is essentially animated. I did an entire animatic storyboard for this because, especially when you're doing a music video, the one thing that you realize really quickly, especially in the editing phase, is you are very strict with your timing. If your shots aren't timed perfectly, then suddenly it all becomes out of sync. And that actually happened a lot. I don't know if it's super visible when you're doing, like when you're viewing it for the first time, but a lot of shots are retimed or they're cut up in weird ways to try and allow for the music to hit at the certain beats. Like, for example, at the very start in the like the bar or whatever, when they go to like dance together, they go the beat drop was supposed to happen once they hit their hands. But unfortunately, I had to do it a bit later to allow for the portal scene to make sense. And so, in hindsight, I would probably go back and just try and plan it just ever so slightly careful. Like, maybe, like, we didn't start doing this until later on, but we started playing music on set to make sure the timing was perfect, but we didn't do that at the start. And I think if we did that in the future, that would be a lot better idea. But yeah, in terms of pre-production storyboard, once you get through storyboard, you know which costumes you need, so get those costumes as fast as you can. And then also prop list, so make sure you have all of your props set out days in advance, because you never know, they might break or something, and you just have your shot planned very far in advance. Don't do it day of. Don't do it day of, please.
And in an organizational sense, like, we gotta account for the budget the whole time, which is obviously the main point of this.
That too,
so
yeah.
once we dealt with those kind of costs, the biggest thing next, our biggest portion of our budget was our locations. So we went to, it's 4 different places total, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 4 different places, you have to make sure that you're coordinating with everybody on like those specific days. So we had to work with our actors first, and that's like the main thing. Who do we need on set no matter what? Coordinate exact times. We got a lot of this done during reading break, which was nice. So we had that 1 week. I think we had 3 different shoots.
Yeah, we had 3 days. We had 3 shoots every other day.
Yeah, so it was a little taxing there, but it was still fun. But making sure that you have all that organized, making sure you have time if you need to for reshoots afterwards. We luckily didn't, but it's good to plan ahead.
Any other questions? Oh, another chat?
Yeah, Andy's wondering, what's next for you guys?
What's next for Squawk and Echo? Well, I don't know. This is an open invitation to everyone in this room. If you want to get involved, please. Next year, we definitely have some pretty big projects planned.
Exactly.
What's up?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, I got the screen. In terms of the music, we've already released the next single for that time. Some of you might have heard it, some of you might not. Exactly. We're pitching for funding tomorrow. So Logan actually pitched today, so we're already doing more SEO stuff. So he pitched today. I'm pitching tomorrow for summer funding, which is new, if I'm...
It's been open, it's been a thing that we've had the past 3 or 4 years.
Oh, nice, okay.
It's fairly new.
Sweet, exactly. But that's been really cool to essentially work with the SES again and get more projects off the ground. So we're doing time lyric video, and then, like, at least for me, I'm making music, so.
Yeah, and I'm hoping Squawk will. Our goal, if you want to help us reach it, is 1,000 subscribers before the end of 2027. Again, like, you don't have to subscribe, but it is really, really appreciated. It goes a long way. We're really pouring our heart and soul into this project. And if we reach that milestone, I have some really, really cool projects planned that people can get involved with. So, if you would, but again, no pressure.
Yeah, I guess last big goal when it comes to Echo. So this is the biggest one. We'll see if we actually get there, but like, my main thing, I want to make sure, like, again, still writing music throughout the whole 4 years, but I want to get nominated and win a Juno before the end of school. So, I know we have someone else in the program who's already nominated for one, so I'm thinking I'll do that and hopefully one up after that point. But yeah, Steph, over you.
Sorry, what was the question?
What's next?
What's next? Well, in terms of analog film, this is the end for me at least. Whoa, slow down. that's the thing with analog film that drives a lot of people away nowadays is there's a big cost to come with buying the film, processing it, like equipment to like use the camera or like project it, like all of that costs a lot of money. So right now, in the near future, I will be straying a little away, but hopefully somewhere down the road I will come back to it.
Sweet.
Thank you for that question.
Any more questions? I think we're good. All right. Sweet.
Thank you so much for attending, everyone.
Thank you guys. Alright, and tote bags are out front. They're first come, first serve, so make sure you get those. And yeah, get home safe, everyone. Good night. Bye.
Let me go end the live stream. I see you guys. I'm coming for you. Coming for you, live stream.
Was I?
I didn't know they filmed it analog.
I
didn't know they filmed it.
Come for you.
How could I know?
There we go. All right, thank you guys so much for attending the live stream. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I hope these questions and answers helped with your projects. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to Squawk Productions. 1,000 subscribers before 2027. Help make it happen. Be there, part of the journey. Say you're one of the first 1,000. And stay tuned. We got cool stuff.